I don't know, man. Yeah. So anyway,
are you live?
I'm no. Yeah, I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. It didn't make a lot of sense to do it in the first place, and somebody talked me into it. And then they wanted to raise hell about it, so I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
He's gonna be the
I had some
master.
technical issues that drove me away from it. You know, mirror stuff, and then I wasn't doing it all. Huh? No, I don't want to do anything live. We're live right here.
Yes.
I don't need to be broadcasting it to the world like in real time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm live 100%. Like I don't need technology to tell me I'm live. That's stupid.
You gonna be the master of that?
We're all masters every day. Right?
You see, the reason I come down is it's a master class. I figured,
Yes.
cool, I get to step up from the beginner class and maybe take a master,
master class.
here.
See,
So-
that's where I'm at, beginners.
So, welcome to the master class. Because I guess it's time, right? Like we give everybody some time. All right. So basically, what a master class is where someone plays something, and then everybody else gets to give feedback about what they play. And we used to do this a lot in college. You know, we had like, and actually it's funny because like actually they may be doing a master class for guitar like at USC right now. This is like actually my old master class time, which is cool. If they continued that on, you know, which I think is cool. So basically, I would go and give a performance. Ideally, you would give me critical feedback about what I did well, that you enjoyed, technique, dynamics, rhythm, like, you know, all that kind of stuff. So you can be as hard on me as you want to. I'm going to play a very famous piece by a very famous composer. It's called Romanza, and it was written by Anonymous. Okay. But you'll see this a lot, like Esteban. You remember Esteban?
Yes.
Home Shopping Network. That Esteban. Esteban on the Home Shopping Network. Like, please buy my guitar. And you used to do this with these crazy, ridiculously long nails. I mean, my nails are just kind of like, you know, I got carpenter silver nails. They're just like, they look great until they don't, right? That kind of thing. So anyway, but this is my piece Romanza. I'll just kind of play it so you guys can hear it. It's a classical guitar piece. It's pretty famous. But we have more people from Masterclass. Welcome to Masterclass. I'm in the middle of my performance.
How you doing? Doing good.
Oh, you can come in and have a seat. It's cool. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I kind of like introduced some stuff, and since it was only like 2 people, I was like, this is what a Masterclass is. All right, great. It's good to see you. That's cool, man. Yeah, man. Good luck on Monday, man. I'll keep you my thoughts and prayers too. Cool.
Have a good one.
gosh. So you guys came in the middle of my performance. I know that's a little weird. So let me explain what a masterclass is. All right, and then all of you guys heard a little bit of what I just did, and so then you can kind of follow the masterclass thread. All right. So what a masterclass is where a singular person gives a performance while nobody else plays or makes noise. Is that showing respect for the music? You didn't know? Just walked in the door, right? Right. This happens all the time, right? All right. So, but what we're looking for is critical feedback on what I did good and what I did that could use some improvement. Okay. All right. Cool. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And you guys didn't hear my whole beautiful performance of the Romanza by the most famous composer of all time, Anonymous. All right. So this is Spanish Romance, also is another popular name for this particular song. And my experience with masterclasses is really from college as a university model necessarily. So, but it really could be anything. The idea is that you would play something that other people have studied individually, and that they can give you some critical feedback about how you could improve your stuff normally. All right. This is also like an opportunity for us to just ask questions about anything in the whole sun, because like I've got a whole bunch of students that I don't really have time on my schedule for, and it pains me. And so this is like a good opportunity to hang out. But it's more that kind of thing where we would try and ask things. So Mark was here for the whole performance. So what did I do good?
You made it all the way through.
All right, so that's number one. That's a really good. That's a good thing. And I know I'm in a weird space, right? Because like it was literally me and Mark and Dennis when I started, and then you guys came in after. So it's fine. And really, like going forward, it doesn't really matter necessarily. I was just thinking it would be cool to like do it off the stage necessarily. It's more intimate kind of thing. So anyway, but yeah, so I made it through. And so what could I have improved on?
Well, for one, you could dress a little nicer.
Okay, I was wearing. I could.
Hey, you used to be
I could-
critical, so.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so performance, image is a big part of like even though we think of ourselves as musicians, we're performers, and you have to present an image. You're absolutely right. Like that's 100% correct. Like if you have a hat that you wear in performance, that becomes like your mantra. If you have a certain shirt, like that. Like I always think of normally what my get up normally is what I call the Johnny Quest. Do you remember this show? Okay, all right. So it's always the black shirt with the jeans.
Okay.
All right, that's just me, you know. So like normally I kind of go for the Johnny. Yeah, that's my Johnny Quest outfit right there. Yeah, Kevin's got it right there, and I know I've got the. Are you guys good? I mean, I was just gonna run a camera just because it was funny, right? But like, hey, look at Kevin's Johnny Quest. Over in the corner, right? And be like, oh my gosh, and here comes, oh man, you coming to Masterclass? Oh my gosh, Vidal's in Masterclass. All right, cool.
See now, here's somebody worthy
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Here's
awesome.
somebody worthy to judge your performance.
Absolutely.
I'm just a-
Man,
I'm
you
just
just,
a guy
you just missed my
playing
beautiful
with guitar.
performance of Spanish Romance. Yeah, because I was going to do like the whole classical Masterclass introduction thing. No, you're in the right place, man. So this is the idea, though, because we are all performing musicians, and actually, I mean, some of us have like a lot of time, like under the bridge, playing all kinds of stuff with all kinds of people. And I feel like now that this whole mantra has changed, I'm gonna move this way. That's awesome, dude. And this could completely turn into a jam session if we wanted to, too, because I feel like nobody knew what a master class was, so now it's like, hey, exactly. Wait a minute, no. So, but does that make sense? All right, so that was good. I made it all the way through. Things I could improve on is more of an image, a public image. All right, that was cool. All right, so
And that's all I can judge on because I
that's all
don't
you
know
can say. All right, cool.
technique or any of the.
No, that's cool. So I did a performance of Spanish Romance. Do you remember Spanish Romance?
That was like one of the first things she taught me when I was on your schedule. Yeah. I forgot it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
How can you abbreviate it? How can you abbreviate it? you go. Come on. All right, so that was kind of what I was going for, sort of. All right. So all right. So I made it all the way through. I looked really cool. Bonnie, any feedback from you? Maybe something I did something good or something bad or something I can work on, or just kind of throwing it out there. Or go ahead, and then I'll criticize myself.
I don't know. I mean,
This is what you would do in a master
There was
class.
like
You
a
play,
couple,
somebody would give you comments, then you like, you know, the master. I guess I'm the master tonight.
yeah.
I'll give some feedback. But yes.
The only mistake I heard was like a couple like buzzing notes and then like the harmonics. But besides that, like
Yeah,
think
I
it was
didn't really
just,
hit these like.
yeah. But besides
I was
that,
going
think
for
it was
that
good.
and I missed. I was like, yeah, I didn't make it.
I like the tempo, like how it like would speed up and.
All right,
slow
that's
down.
called rubato, which is a musical. Do you guys know the term rubato?
I think I remember you talking.
All right, yes. Can everyone say rubato?
Rubato.
All right, what rubato means is to
Looks like a
steal
drink.
time. Like it's literally like just an Italian word that means to steal time. So when I'm like bending. Right, I'm like speeding up and slowing down like for artistic effect, right?
Okay.
That's rubato.
Rubato.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a lot easier when you're playing by yourself or if you're Bob Dylan. You can't really pull that off if you're like in you know, Kelly Chiefs. Oh, and I saw Bill Hillman yesterday and he wanted me to tell you hey for me. Or hey for you. Or hey for him. Hey for him. Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, yeah, so when you're playing in a band, you know, you gotta...
Be on time.
Absolutely, yeah. So, yeah, no, that's good feedback. Absolutely. So you like the rubato, but yeah, there were a couple things that I really should have worked on with accuracy, and I missed that. That's good. So, Talia, do you have some feedback for me? Like,
I think every time I'm watching you play, my favorite part is to see how passionate you are and like when you feel the music, and that makes me feel like,
gosh, man, that was my heart. Like, you're one of my favorite students of all time. Like, Talia's just like so hard person. That's all. Well, thank you very much. So, what's something I can improve on? Like same thing Bonnie said, like accuracy or
yeah, but
dress better is what Mark was saying. You know, put on a hat. We were talking about like public presentation.
Well, I'm sorry.
Right.
I'll make it.
Okay, all right, that's cool.
After we go around.
Right.
Sorry.
No cut off jeans. No sandals with, you know, with roofing stuff on the bottom. Okay. So that's good feedback. Yeah. All right, cool. Kevin.
I know something that this is kind of outside the piece a little bit, but just in general, whenever my family's usually talking, say, yeah, we usually don't see Munson like show what he can do. So of course you're mostly in teacher mode, so it is cool to get to see you just doodling around and this stuff. And I think my favorite part is when it would speed up and slow down. So when it slowed down, I almost felt like it started fading out and then it would come back in. You would play softer.
So
and play
I was
stronger.
really trying to play with like rubato and dynamics.
Yes.
Right, so dynamics are like the louds and the softs that you're talking about.
Yeah.
So the wa-da-da-da-da, and I was trying to make it really bring that melody out. So I'm glad you mentioned that. That was something I was actually going for.
I can definitely tell. I felt like it was just like kind of swinging around me. It would come in stronger than it go out.
Excellent. All right, cool. Awesome, man. Thanks, man. And what's something else I could work on?
Can't think of anything else.
Y'all want to be scared.
No,
I mean, this is the whole
Nobody
idea.
kinda said.
The whole idea of a master class is somebody plays something, and we all go, "You're awful at duh, but you're so good at duh." Like
It's kind of
it's
like
like,
what Bonnie said about the harmonics. That was about it.
yeah, okay, cool.
It's hard to say any other criticism that wasn't already said.
Yeah, because I have a couple criticisms for myself also,
Oh, my word.
and
I
I'll
wanna
get
hear
to those
them.
in a minute. Right, so, but no, thank you for the feedback. Because like I appreciate that I'm always in teacher mode is a different thing than a performing mode.
Like when,
That's
when you used to play at Mini Moons.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
remember Malcolm telling you talking about how it was cool to see you just, showing what you can do with the loop pedal and everything.
Oh, dude, man, we had so much fun with that. Like really, man, me and Vidal used to have
So many stories.
We have a lot of, we got stories, we got hours of time under our belts, playing over there and over there and over there and over there and over there. Yeah, yep, absolutely. So thank you. That was cool. That was good feedback. Asia, is there something that you thought I did well?
Well, I think a lot of people, like sometimes you just think about the music, but also body language that gets put into the music is
something, you could just see your body tense and then release when you hit certain parts.
Oh, that's really good feedback. So trying to get, yeah, did you feel like I connected with the music as I was playing it, like me physically?
Yeah, and
That's
like
cool.
people can see that, you know, some people notice that when somebody's playing, you can see if somebody's just playing without thinking about it, or if they're just feeling it.
Yeah. No, and I've seen you guys do that, like when you're playing, sometimes you're like really in the zone and you really kind of feel what you're projecting, musically. I mean, music is an art form, and so like that's a really good thing to like be in touch with the music to a certain degree where people can like feel the music by looking at what you're doing physically. That's cool. That's good feedback. Yeah. And then what's something that I could do better? Like,
I don't know what to
aside
say.
from dressing better and being more professional. I mean, because all of that could, if I walked in a tux with with a certain, different shoes, like that would have, maybe, I don't know. Like, I mean, you guys know me well enough where like it probably didn't matter as much. But
Yeah.
but public projection. I was just curious.
I feel like as far as that, you kind of have to read the kind of venue, you kind of go for dress where you're going to be.
Yeah, right.
I feel like everyone, it's months, everyone kind of dresses casual. It's like casual to like business casual.
Right on. Well, maybe I'll dress more professional next week and do something
Man,
different.
for once,
And
judge for
see how you guys react to me wearing
He's casual
shoes.
in his stock.
I like being casual, because I think I don't know. I mean, for me, like if I don't know, it just depends on like what situation I'm in. I feel like I'm in a certain point in my life where I don't think it really matters as much, like
We're
what
not
I'm
in a
wearing.
professional setting anyway.
Right,
I'm
exactly.
just wearing a
But it
t-shirt
could have
and
been,
jeans.
this was just a random thing. It was like you, me, and Dennis. And I was like, art master class.
Are we like
Yeah.
like judging based on like any performance or just
It could
here?
be, just what I did right now
If
is
you
normally
would-
what you would do in a master class situation. So not me as a performer, you having seen 1,000 performances of me in 1,000 different ways, but more like what I just did.
Okay.
And what, so you're not even giving me, you're not criticizing me. Like you're never criticizing the person.
Just the music.
You're trying to help them become a better performer. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what a master class is about, is you're trying to just give constructive feedback. You're not trying to knock anybody down or anything. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I mean, all these are really good things. If I dressed better, and I didn't miss the notes that I missed, and I hit the harmonics on time, and I still did my stuff, and maybe if I did something, you know what I mean, that would help performance for like, and it might depend on who your audience, completely depends on who your audience is, right? Absolutely. So that's all stuff to be aware as a musician and as a performer. All right, cool. Yeah, that's really good feedback. All right, so, Vidal, how'd I do, man?
First of all, I'm glad he's having this. Have any of you attended a masterclass ever?
No.
All right, you
Ever?
have experience with master classes
Oh, wow.
beyond me.
So many masterclasses.
Yeah.
Which is maybe a sort of for a different time, but
Yeah, oh, thanks, man. Yeah,
this is the reason why I say you should clap because we're thankful for what he's doing. But on the financial side, you have to pay for these things. I'm not talking $20. I'm talking $100, $200 to attend the masterclass.
Oh, yeah.
So this is amazing.
I'm
You're doing
cheap.
this.
I'm cheap.
So
I get kudos for that.
That's amazing. That he's doing this. You're not. It's way beyond playing. So I'm glad he's doing this. I really want. That's why I showed him. Well, what's this about?
Yeah,
You're my
absolutely.
first guitar masterclass.
Oh, this is great. Yeah,
Because
so
I've always been
we used to
percussion
do this-
masterclass.
and
Percussion
This
masterclass.
is funny because it's actually exactly the same time that we used to do my master class at USC. It just worked out on my
There
schedule.
you go.
And
There you go.
so anyway, yeah.
Well,
so
that's
this is
amazing.
something I know next Wednesday we'll do the same thing. The weekend after, I had a student of mine buy me tickets to go see a Pink Floyd cover band. All apologies. I haven't seen a concert in a while, so I need to look at a laser show in the middle of Township Auditorium.
Where?
In Township Auditorium in Columbia. Yep. So but next week we'll do masterclass same way. If you want to invite people, that's cool. We'll just make it an open thing. But so it's good that I made it cheap. It's good that
Well, on there, That being said, meeting masterclasses will also, like, it's not just playing, it's more of legal advice from the artist's point of view. How to protect yourself from copyright infringement and all of this, how to protect yourself, how to sell yourself. If you can think of it, that's not playing, but it's related to music, someone's going to tell you, hey, watch out. Or just go on and get you a lawyer before you do anything else.
We've been really lucky that way.
You would be amazed.
And we kind of fall under the educational umbrella, but I mean, you guys know that, like, I mean, in order to fight any of that stuff, you'd have to hire a lawyer. If somebody comes out, sometimes if somebody comes after you, it makes more sense just like, you know, in my case, like, pull it down. You know, whatever you said is fine. I don't have the money or the resources to fight whatever you're talking about. You know, I know you think you own Amazing Grace. Yeah. Okay. You know, I mean, sometimes it's weird because sometimes you're not fighting people anymore.
Oh,
you're fighting robots with that copyright stuff. You know, because they don't have time. A real person is not watching your video on YouTube to figure out where it came from or who owns it. You know, you're fighting a robot.
So.
It's not working.
Yeah, as far as playing, well, you obviously know the material. It's not that you couldn't do any better or you were doing the dynamics, you know. Every time I heard the dynamics, I've always heard waves, you know. Me personally, if I think of people doing dynamics going from some to out, I think of a wave crashing.
Yeah.
The ocean.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I think of.
That's so funny because I've been in this school thing all week,
Yeah.
and one of my big things today was like the sounds of the ocean.
Okay.
I began my day at 8 o'clock with the first grade class.
Okay.
Sounds of the ocean. Right? Because I mean that, but absolutely. So
Yeah. So I mean,
anyway, it's useful.
It's really, I mean, you can prepare for a recital to come, and all that can be thrown out if you're not in the moment. If you lose concentration, then.
Oh yeah, especially with
It's
artists.
really, you know,
That's really good feedback.
I don't know if it is or isn't because, you know.
I think just being present with the music though, that's really good
so
feedback.
as far as you made a really good point, what you would have worn, read the room. Yeah, that's many of the things that people should do, not visually, but also in terms of sound. If you were hired to play, if this was a coffee shop, I wouldn't dare show up with a Marshall amp. I might show up with an acoustic guitar. I wouldn't dare show up with a drum set. You would also have, you know, those type of things. But going back to you visually, when we've played is black slacks and maybe a black shirt,
Sure, absolutely.
black shoes, and you
Yep.
were almost there, man.
Very
You know,
professional.
Black pants. It's
I was
just
just-
what.
Yeah, I was very mentioning like
Yeah.
hey, Kevin's literally wearing my Johnny Quest outfit.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
that.
that's my gigging
The only
outfit right
difference is I'm
there.
wearing a black 5 on Fire shirt.
That's perfect. I mean,
Black. If you're not sure, black is usually the way to go.
yeah, black on black on
Black
black.
on black on
is-
black.
is- yep. Now the southern tuxedo though is what polo shirt khakis. That's the other way to go.
Possibly, yes.
Possibly, it depends on the gig, but that's upscale. And tuxedo for certain like weddings, maybe. I know I went through a phase where I needed a tuxedo for some of the gigs I was playing.
Really?
Yeah. But you know, Kevin did too, I'm sure. He'd be like,
Yeah,
no,
you
I'm
might-
playing with the South Carolina Philharmonic.
Yeah.
I can't have a gig with these guys unless I have a tuxedo. I'm gonna have to own one.
Yeah,
So-
I still have mine.
Yeah, right? I don't know what happened to mine.
I still have mine.
Honestly, like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I feel
It's
that.
kind of good to be on get your black tux or black dress. Or,
Yeah, something professional. Like if you're gonna play wedding gigs, you're gonna do like that. That's it.
Yeah.
Have your outfit match the venue, and it's a lot better to upscale if you're in question,
Yeah.
right?
never
If you
know.
don't know what to wear something fancier than what you think you need, because it's a lot easier to down. It's a lot easier to take that tie off and open up a collar than it is to go. You know what I'm saying?
I'm wearing my Leonard Skinner t-shirt.
Right, yeah. But it does depend on the gig. You know, it depends on like whether it's a professional gig or casual. You know, it's like I want you to come and play my birthday party is one thing, but if I want you to come and play my wedding, that's a different thing. If I want you to come and play a funeral, that's a different thing too. So like you do need to have to be aware of how you're going to present yourself publicly. With like that was a really good comment. You know, like hey man, you're dressed. I mean, because that plays
And
into
you're
your
calling
audience.
told
Absolutely.
what to wear.
And people will
Yeah, they
make
do.
assumptions about what you're going to be doing based on what you look like. regardless. You know what I mean? And so that's just something to be aware of as a professional musician who's going to get paid and who wants to get rehired for another gig, right? Right? You want to present an image that makes sense to people. But so I didn't really fit that bill.
There's always next week.
There's always next week. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, maybe I'll wear my
You're still hired.
I'll do my southern tuxedo next week, with the polo and the khaki. So, anything else I could have?
Well, I don't think you could because you know the material.
Well, I do know the material,
It's
but
more
I did miss some notes, right? This is like my criticism of myself. Like, this is one thing that really bothered me.
Okay. Oh, that?
All right, so traditionally, like, that was something that bothered me. So traditionally, a classical guitar player will use, like, if I was Andre Segovia, I would actually be like this kind of position with a footstool this way and no strap, right? Which I think is silly because if you raise your foot in any kind of capacity, what this does is it creates tension. If you create tension in any part of your body, there's this thing called sympathetic tension, which can go to your hands, which is what you're actually using to create the sound with. So if you're doing what Andres would do, he's in a position that creates tension from the very beginning. So at USC, when I was there, we used these things called A-frames on classical guitars, which were suction cup guide. You remember my A-frame? You might, but all's known me so long. I love you, man. All right, so so it's an A-frame that would kind of go down on the leg to kind of get rid of any tension on the leg, so that you could be like flat-footed. So if you make yourself part of the earth. And oh gosh, Matt Smith says this too. Well, the first thing I do at a gig is I relax my toes.
Wow.
That's pretty good advice. If you can get your feet on the floor, you feel solid with the earth, it makes a big difference in like how relaxed you can be. The more relaxed you are, the more relaxed your hands are, the more capable they are of pulling off whatever it is you're trying to pull off. I know that seems stupid, but it makes a lot of sense. So anything in this hand that gets tense can go to this hand. Anything in this hand can go to that foot. If you've got something going on. And I do this all the time, right? But I am creating tension and I'm aware of it. And a lot of times I do play this way on the guitar so that you as a student, because I'm in student mode, right, Kevin?
Yeah.
So you can see what I'm doing. But what I really should be doing, like to facilitate the way the tendons work in the hands, is to be more in this kind of position. So what I do like about the strap,
Sound effects, man.
I just threw this on this, like I was like, I'll just grab some random strap off the wall. But like, what I should have done is like oiled them up, or put like
If you were performing,
if I was performing all the time using this as a thing, I would not want.
you don't want to squeak.
That sound like that, you know what I mean? It was just something I didn't think about when I just grabbed some strap off the wall. Which goes into test your equipment beforehand. I had a really bad experience with a gig. Where I bought the new pedal, and then raced off to my gig, and just ran with it. And it was the worst experience of my life because I didn't know what effects were where. I didn't preset anything. I was too loud, or I had the wrong patch. You want to make sure that whatever equipment you're using as a regular gig setup is something that you're really familiar with, and you know. Oh, do you have a similar experience? Talia's like laughing and smiling at Asia, like, I know this story. Oh, sorry.
It reminded me of the time we had that gig at Tavern Table, and we kind of forgot. He kind of forgot the wire for the piano.
Okay.
And we were about to start the second set.
You remember that time we were playing with Kelly Cheats, and I was playing keyboard, and we ended up at, what was that, the newspaper place?
We were in Atlanta.
We were in Atlanta, 3 hours from home. And then all of a sudden we're setting up all the stuff, and then I'm like, aren't I supposed to be playing keyboard? Where's the keyboard? Oh, no. And Trent was like, oh, I pulled it out of the car for some other gig. And so, oh gosh, that was the worst night of our life. That was
Somebody
horrible.
goes somewhere, I think Walmart, and bought a cheap
Dude, it was freaking, it was Big Dip.
Yeah.
Big Dip ran to Walmart, bought a keyboard, brought it back. And then played extremely loud rap music on the ride home that I had to rip my shirt to stick earbuds in my head. We kept on going, turn it down! And he couldn't hear us, obviously.
Bro.
Right? You remember this night? It was horrible. It was awful. Yeah, and he probably drove what, like halfway home and was like, I'm so tired for all you drive the West way home, right? Because that's the way that would go. But anyway, so know your equipment well. That's a good something, right?
Test your equipment.
So I feel like we talked a lot, about a lot of different things. Anything else you would add to? Well, that's such a.
Well,
that was one of my criticisms was this thing, right?
Yeah.
And you're right. Actually, like I'm so used to playing. So I haven't played this guitar in a long time. I just kind of grabbed it off the wall. This is actually a handmade classical that I played my senior and my junior recital on at USC. It was handmade by a guy named Herman Valquez Rubio in 1997.
Wow.
And it's cedar. God, it smells awesome. But I really don't play this guitar as much as I really should. And so the scale, because I'm so used to playing steel string, which is a narrower neck, I think that's one of the reasons why I don't want to blame it on the guitar because it really was my lack of preparation. But I just wanted to give you guys an example of what a master class was like. So I wasn't sitting here practicing all day. I just kind of, grabbed something to give you an example of like what a master class is kind of like. So that's one of the reasons why I may have missed some stuff. And actually, this guitar is so weird. The only dot I've got is the 7th. So the 12th on the classical is always where the body is to though. So really this, is there. I completely missed it because I wasn't looking at where I was on the back side. So that was one of the things, and I know I hit something funky on the 12, like at some point I was like, I don't know about that. But I was really trying to kind of like demonstrate dynamics and rubato in a way that kind of made sense. I'm glad you guys mentioned that because that was really kind of my intention with my performance. Was like, I want to demonstrate rubato. Everybody's like, you're speeding up and slowing down. It was really cool, right? And then, and you guys mentioned like how loud it was, and, how I was bringing down the soft and stuff. So that was kind of what I was going for. Any questions about my performance or other things that we've been talking about?
This is a small
We covered a
note.
lot of ground in like half an hour. Yeah, all right, cool. But you guys brought your own guitars and you may have other things that you want to play. So in a master class, we may invite other people to play one song, and then we will give critical feedback. So anybody game to do that? Bonnie, I see a guitar over there. Charlie's got a guitar. Kevin's got a guitar. Mark's got a guitar.
Did you bring it? Air guitar?
If not, we can turn this into a jam session really quick. If we just want to play a couple tunes that we all know pretty well too, that's cool. But you've got a bunch of originals, Bonnie. Like I feel like that might be good. Do you want to play one of your originals and we can give you some feedback on it? I'll put you on the spot, but if you're cool with that, that's cool. Is that cool?
Yes.
All right, and I know that this is all acoustic right now. You brought this cool, awesome
I
thing.
wasn't sure what this was going to turn into.
I wasn't sure either. I just wanted to kind of start.
Next time I bring my
I wanted to do something because I know I've got some students, who just aren't on the schedule right now, so I thought it'd be a cool opportunity to get together and answer questions and talk about stuff. All right, Mark's singing it. Okay, all right, cool. All right, cool. So we will try and be quiet and respectful of your musical performance.
Okay. I mean, I don't really have anything that I like that's just like an instrument though.
Oh, it doesn't have to be that. You can sing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. My introduction to master classes was through classical guitar, and so like I think about that, so I wanted to use that as an example. That doesn't mean that that's the only way to do a master class.
Okay.
Yeah. So like if you just play it however you're feeling, however you're used to doing it, and we could probably still come up with some things. And what we would be looking at as an audience as a critical audience, which is different than open mic night where we're like, yeah, great, as we'd be looking for something that you did really well that we liked, and then something that you could improve.
Okay.
That's really literally all we'd be trying to do.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Can I use my lyrics?
You can. I can get you a stand. Do you want a stand? For your son?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. No problem.
And a small note about the intention you were talking about earlier. I feel like
Yes.
the instrument you can really feel that the most is kind of your voice. Because when you start to tense up anywhere, you can really tell it affects your singing voice.
That's true. And actually, I do like Matt's thing about like relax your toes.
Yeah, I've
I know
never
it
heard
seems
of that.
silly.
Like I have seen people play barefooted or on socks. Yeah, like that's how they get in the mood. Yes. But
Randomly, like,
not specifically aiming for the toes. I've never heard that one.
Oh, right.
On
Well,
which-
like when we used to play with Kelly Cheats all the time.
He
like,
was always on the
there's
socks,
well,
right?
well, I wouldn't.
I think he was
Oh, maybe it's possible. I was thinking about
at a bar.
just there's a. I just remember practicing a lot of Wing Chun stance, playing keyboard where. You know, and they have a tri-stance randomly, like in Wing Chun, you do this thing where it's like toes out, kind of throw heels out. And so like there's this centering where you can, you know, kind of go, I don't know, like, and that's, don't worry about that. But if you're more interested in that, I can help you out with that.
Okay.
But anyway.
Next time.
But, yeah, I think mainly like feet down, solid, and, you know, just trying
Make
to
it up,
get
man.
part of your kind of
Hum it up.
like the main idea. Which I like standing up for that kind of thing. But anyway.
All right, this is original. It's called Geezer, and I just I don't even know I was gonna explain it. I remember days when I was younger, flowing through life like a stream. The wiser ones would tell me that this life ain't all it seems. Cause back then I was chilling, all I had was time. And they told me time runs out, and you gotta go and die. Someone comes up to you that's older and wiser, and his life figured out. Listen when they say I know better than you. Better than you, yeah, I know better than you. So well, I know better than you. Better than you, yeah, I know better than you. So well, so listen to me, and I won't listen to you. No, listen to me, but I won't listen to you. No, listen to me, and I won't listen to you. No, listen to me. Whoa, 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 Can someone tell me why these politicians are out here doing things when they're so damn old? They don't remember their teens. They surely tell me I'm wrong and what to believe, but if they really knew better, why they mess with every day? Cause nowadays things so expensive, $100 to step outside. They say these youngins so weak cause they will work till they die. And I know times are hard and they've been for me too, but they've been harder for me. So I'll scream till I turn blue that I know better than you, I know better than you. So well, I know better than you, yes, so much better than you. So well, so listen to me, and I won't listen to you. No, listen to me, but I won't listen to you. No, listen to me, and I won't listen to you. No, listen to me.
My shirt.
Awesome. I like that shirt. Thank you, man. This was great. Let's do this reverse. What would you say about your performance?
I feel like I was kind of nervous. Like I wasn't really like confident with it, especially like because I couldn't find my lyrics. I really don't know where my lyrics are.
You couldn't find so you couldn't find them at all.
No, I had to do it by
From
memory.
Okay, all right, cool.
Sometimes like if I can remember it's the first word that gets me. If I can't remember the first word, or if I can remember the first word, then I can remember everything. But if I can't remember the first word, it's hard to remember anything.
Yeah. But I had the same experience myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like, and I'm bad with words as opposed to music. Like, I can pick out a chord progression like that, but like remembering all the words is like the work.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you mentioned about your performance?
I feel like maybe I was looking down at the guitar more. Maybe I should have like looked up some more instead of just being like this.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
That's a good. That's
But
a
I
good
think that also
personal
goes
thing.
with me being like nervous.
That's great. I really like. I'm really proud of you. I mean, because it's a little bit more intimate than being up on the stage somehow.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Too,
It's also
no
like
mics
by
and-
myself. I don't know why it's always harder than like having like a band. It's easier to fall back on.
Oh, definitely.
But like when it's just me, like it's more like nerve wracking.
Yeah, I always feel like it's divided energy. Myself,
Yeah, I
as a
agree.
thing, like if I'm playing by myself, I get 100% of all the energy from the audience.
Yeah.
If I'm playing with an extra person, then I only have to deal with 50% of it, and it's not as stressful.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? If I'm playing with 300 people in the million and in Williams-Brice Stadium on a Saturday in front of 80,000 people, I don't really feel like it's on me. Even though it's the large, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of people to
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of do. So I completely get that. Like it's almost like the less, especially when you're solo. Like it's like, yeah,
Yeah, like
it's
I
more
feel like
intimate.
with like a band or even just one other person, like
Yeah.
it's so much like it's almost like there's no nerves at all.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah. So Mark, did you want to comment on Bonnie's performance?
Sure.
Or Geezer?
Geezer, it's called Geezer.
Okay, cool.
That's all, brother.
That's
Very well
Right.
written.
Thank you.
Chord progression's great. It's got groove. It's got catchy. I'm already over here. I'm still singing.
Yeah, cool.
Criticizing, I ain't got nothing. You know where you're at. I know where you're at, you know, and that's good. You got a good friend on that shoulder, brother. Good
Thank
job. Good job.
Thank you.
Tali, do you have something that Bonnie did really good and something Bonnie could work on?
I think for this performance, but in general, like I just really like how creative you are, like how you strum the guitar, like you're kind of playing two things at once and like it was almost like having two guitars at the same time, which I thought was really cool.
Oh yeah, the bass line. We talk about the bass line when it's like you can kind of feel the bass even though you didn't have a bass player, right? Because he's got that melody. Yeah, yeah, I like that. So he's playing two parts instead of one. Yeah.
I think you already come together for this one, like you were kind of nervous and you could really sing, because like I know that you can, I know that you can sing, but it's okay. And this was also like a guitar you've not really played that much, so that is also like when you're not familiar with the guitar, you don't feel, it's almost like
Know
you
your
don't feel as comfortable with the instrument because you don't know it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's good feedback.
Yeah, thank you.
Kevin, you have something that Bonnie did good, or something Bonnie did work on?
Well, I mean, I really like the song. Like Mark said, it's well written. I like the way it flowed, and I just almost picture, like when I'm not looking at y'all, I'm just thinking about the songs. Picture just almost on the beach. That's the way you strum it gives you that sort of vibes. And it causes you to kind of, the way the music feels, almost feels like it's forcing you to listen to the lyrics almost. Because you're not so, because the music is there, of course, and it sounds really good, but the way it is, it kind of drifts your attention towards the lyrics. But almost being like something you can almost not tune out, but just kind of let go in the background and focus more on the lyrics.
Okay.
I think like the only criticism I had was just what you said, because I do this a lot too. If I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to remember the lyrics, especially when I was practicing for the play, I noticed I would be a lot, and the words will not come out as strongly.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, are these the right words?
Yeah.
But that was about it. I thought it was really good.
Thank you.
So just being more confident with the word, and that,
Yeah.
I always feel like that's the biggest. You know,
I struggle with that
like
a
you
lot.
said, it's like if I can get the first word,
Yeah.
I'm good through the rest of the lyric. Yeah, I feel that too. Asia, did you have something that Bonnie did good and something Bonnie should work on?
I liked the flow of it, the song, and like how it was like the strum pattern and stuff. Something that I noticed is singing is like when you were saying a lot of things at once, you just kind of started sounding like you were a little out of breath.
Yeah.
And like I
No,
feel
I
like
feel it.
you have to think about your breathing when you're singing like that, because there's certain places you should breathe in.
I was gonna say that too.
I agree.
Yep. Cool.
Very nice.
Yeah. And I think part of that is breath support. And I know sitting down is a different thing than if you're standing up.
Yeah.
So that was one thing I was going to kind of mention too, is like just making sure that you got enough breath to support what you're doing. And some of that's like, what are the words now? But like, but so but da 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 da, like just using the diaphragm to really project more. Yeah. I think what maybe would have helped a little bit with some of the stuff, but but all.
You pretty much nailed it. What we, I don't know if you guys have gone through it in band class.
Yeah.
Because I also used to be a wind player, and literally we would take out the music and we would write breath marks. Where can we take a big old breath to sustain a phrase or two? And so that's something you might want to consider. I'm going to write it down.
That's a good idea.
Have a part where
You're right.
Normally you would use a comma for breath mark.
Something.
Like if you
Yeah,
have a lyric,
signal.
you want to
Like-
mark it.
Yeah.
if
a
you
beat
see the
breath.
picture, he's like saying, all right guys, right here, you're gonna take a breath.
Right. No, legit, like that. So that's something you want to consider.
Definitely.
I mean, you know your strengths. You record it, listen to it, and you'll see, oh, that's awful. I'm mumbling. I'm not mumbling. Oh, that's great, actually. Yeah. So that'll obviously keep you. Not necessarily have control of it, more just plan it out.
Yeah.
I think
It'll be a better
that's a great
presentation.
Yeah.
Just record it and copyright it. Someone steal it. He could steal it. She could steal it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I like the breath mark
Yeah,
idea
that's,
a lot, like with the lyrics,
Yeah.
so that you plan where you're going to breathe. And I know if you're standing up, it'd be a different kind of thing. And literally, like what I've been doing, I've been teaching chorus like at the school like since Monday. And so one of the things we've been doing a lot is talking about the diaphragm muscle, which is right in front of the stomach, and how to use that to support yourself. So I've had like classrooms of little kids literally going, ah, so that they can feel. I mean, it's just the easiest way to get a kid to feel where their diaphragm is. I know that. I didn't mean to freak anybody out, but let's do it all together. Are everybody ready? Let's go. Ah! Can you feel that? Right?
Yeah.
Like I mean, it's right here. Like, you can feel that muscle that wants to push down on your stomach to give you that support for the vocals that you're talking about. I love the idea of doing the things. I'll tell you, the artist that your original most reminded me of is Jack Johnson. I think.
yes.
So it
like
seemed
Jack
very soundtrack to Curious Shorts to me.
Yeah.
And I love that soundtrack.
He mentioned
Yeah, I love the chord voicings.
Yeah, well, he mentioned being at the beach somewhere. I thought of a
I
Corona ad. That's what-
Absolutely. And I love that. I didn't know if
I can see that.
and I can't remember like how much you actually, if you were standing up, you probably would have been, like in time with it. And I feel like just sitting down actually probably wasn't the best. You know what I mean? But I know we're in just a setting where we're all. I didn't scare you, did I? Okay.
I'm terrified.
I'm so sorry. All right. If you need some help, we can scream again.
That's fine if you want.
All right. Do we want to scream again? All right. I'll tell you the other thing I've been doing with the class though is the washing machine. You guys know the washing machine? All right. So if you do this kind of thing, you can kind of feel and stretch out your diaphragm a little bit, which can be kind of cool. And then vowel sounds can be really good as a vocal warm up. We used to do those in e, o, u, and sometimes that kind of thing. And taking them up the scale can be really good. A warm up that immediately comes to mind from USC doing university courses is Ohio, which is like an arpeggio where you go root 3 5 root 5 3 root, and then we would do it chromatic, and we didn't do any kind of warm ups or nothing, man. So I feel like that kind of thing could be cool if you're doing like a band situation. You want to stretch out your vocal cords a little bit beforehand. Yeah, but I feel like what you did was really, really good. I feel like the projection thing would be a really cool thing to play around with. I love do the breath mark thing and plan where you're going to breathe so you can support stuff from the diaphragm a lot. But I thought it was a really strong performance on the fly just to jump on. I thought it was great. I love it. I think it's a great team. Yeah. So when's the Spotify track coming out?
It's in the works.
In the works. Okay, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So anybody else have any commentary on Bonnie's performance? Because I thought that was just really good.
I wish I could have seen it, but
Yeah.
I heard
Right
good
on.
stuff. So
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's really good. If we're going around the circle, does somebody else want to play something? Yeah, don't you guys kind of have to see out? I know we got like about 10 minutes or so. I may have a student walk in the door and be like, ah, and then I'll have to teach here. But does somebody else want to play something for Masterclass? Maybe you guys all brought your instruments, and like I know this may not have been exactly what you were anticipating walking into, but I didn't know if somebody else wanted to play something. Or we could just play something all together, since we got, a little bit of time. You guys want to just play something all together?
If y'all want to, otherwise I do got one that
You got
Okay, well, if you got one, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. That's
Yeah,
what
we're here,
I feel
man.
like I mean, this is a good crew of pretty receptive people, I think, with some really good ideas, I think, and some keen ears. There's some keen ears here in the room and some good ideas about how you could help your performance, so.
Can I ask something while he's getting
Yes, absolutely.
What is that?
Oh, that's a great question.
This is a, I forgot the name actually. Oh shit, I would not. Anyways, this is a cajon.
Iced tea.
And I've always been against playing a cajon because you're hunched over.
Oh yeah.
Who the hell thought of that?
Oh, yeah, no, that's a great commentary.
That is just
we were just
awful.
talking about posture
That
and,
is
and
just awful.
yeah, that's
Horrible.
a really good commentary.
So this is that, but for your lap.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
The last
Because when I
cajon.
saw you walk in with that,
I
was
like that. I like that a lot.
And it makes so much sense to me.
Wow, it does.
thinking, yeah.
Oh!
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think you got drafted.
Again, I didn't know what this was going to turn
No,
into.
that's
Sure.
fine.
You can look at it
Yeah,
too.
no,
Yes.
I wasn't really sure either who was going to show up or anything. I just thought it was a cool thing to throw out there. So, no, cool.
All right,
We'll
well,
do it again next Wednesday too, just as an aside. We're gonna go.
so this is, I think I did this at open mic one night.
Okay.
I wrote it last year, it's called The Need. Start my car just to get me going. Staring at my phone till my doctor's around. Hang on. Going to my feet. I'm wondering if you're gonna be out late for somewhere tonight. 'Cause I really need to see you tonight. Only thing makes me feel right. So come on now, won't you please take me away? I said, come on now, won't you please take me away? See, in my life, it's been so cold and lonely. But every day I'm doing this all on my own. You see, my husband's grown and lonesome. The kids are screaming, just had another fight. I'm taking it off. I'm coming down to see you tonight. 'Cause when you play all those old songs, take me back where I belong. So come on now, won't you please take me away? I say come on now, please take me away.
lonely, all I do is cry. 'Cause the memory of your eyes still burns fresh in my mind. So tonight, looking for the ties. 'Cause when I hear playing old songs, takes me back where I belong. So come on now, please take me away. I said, come on now, baby, please take me away. Okay, do I get to criticize myself first?
Yes.
please?
What did you think was strong and what you want to work on based on that one performance?
That one performance, I need to practice a lot more on it. I'm just going to say it was rough.
Yeah.
Dynamics were decent. Vocals are horrible. I've got something going on here, so I'm kind of struggling. But yeah, that's what I got.
I don't. I'm in a break order and just like give you my feedback.
Please.
I thought it was really good. Like I really loved what you did with the dynamics. The arpeggios at the beginning were really cool. And I think that and you did a really good job of like you said there's something going on with your voice. But I felt like you did a really good job of like matching what you were doing on the guitar to where your voice was at in different spots. So I could feel like where your dynamics were coming up and where they were going down. And I feel like you were really good about keeping them balanced, which I thought was really, really strong. I also liked, and actually the artist that your performance most reminded me of was Bruce Springsteen. And I mean, really, I feel like just, it felt real Brucey. I don't know. Yeah, I like the suspended stuff that you're doing on the D chord stuff was really cool. I feel like that played off. I know there was like a couple like weird spots where just hands ended up in some weird places. But I thought it was a really, really strong performance. One thing I think, and really like standing up actually, like what we were talking about with Bonnie might have helped like the projection with the voice, like, and but it's, this is such an intimate setting, it's nice to just do it sitting down too. So like just maybe bringing down the guitar volume, just the hair, like I feel like you're doing a really good job of matching it, but like sometimes bringing it down. And I love what you did at the end too, like the change of tempo and like how you work the dynamics in the very end. I know for me, like when it got to like the spot where it was gonna be like the solo, I'm a whistler, so I originally wanted to be a professional whistler. As a kid, like I used to watch this show called The Andy Griffith Show. Yeah, well, but I didn't understand reruns as a child, so I thought they actually literally had to have Andy Griffith like do the whole thing every time. So I wanted to be the guy who had to do the fishing hole every time. But I would think about something like that or humming a melody, because that may give like if you wanted Bonnie to come in and do like, and this is a really crazy story just to like mention this is. For instance, Otis Redding, when he did Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, right? He whistled in this solo at the end, right? Well, that was a placeholder for a guitar solo he was going to record, but then he died. Right? It was released after his death. So like that. So I
I didn't know that.
not to be dark, but I think that's some weird music trivia with Munson. Right? But it can be cool to like because even if you hum something, it might give like somebody else coming in after like an idea like what kind of melody you would want on that solo part. So just throwing that out there is just a placeholder thing. Like okay, well maybe if I go. And whistle something, just a humming thing, like from a songwriter point of view, sometimes that can be cool just to have like some shape-ish, of like what melody you might want to add to it later. Because then, somebody else has like something to work with. Although really, honestly, like the vocal melody is always number one, and like that's normally, like if I was coming in playing lead on that song, I would listen to your vocal melody on the verse and the chorus and go, that's what I want to use for the song. So that's just kind of the side. But that's just my immediate feedback, just throwing that out there. But I thought the dynamics were really strong. I love the arpeggios. I feel like you did a great job of balancing stuff. But yeah, just a couple, just immediate things. But man, real Brucey, man. Felt real Brucey. But Bonnie, do you have something to add to that?
I think the only thing, like you said, probably just like tighten it up a little bit with the chords. The projection with the vocal, I know you said you had something in your throat. Maybe if it was like a little bit louder, it would be easier to hear. But as far as like performance-wise, I played with you a couple times, probably more than a handful of times, and that was my favorite performance I think that I've heard you play. Seriously, it was very, very. I could feel the emotion in it. I really liked the lyrics that stood out to me. I really liked them. They were very different. But yeah, I like that song. That's one of my favorites.
This is just a random question. Have either one of you guys written out charts? Since you played originals, like, I mean, do you have charts of the originals that you've written out?
No,
I know for me,
I
like,
kind of do. I have my song sheet and the chords changes, just like, kind of like you would.
yeah. But I know you mentioned like putting breath marks on stuff to plan out where you're going to breathe. And if you have a chart that you can like just give, hey man, here's my chart to Kevin because you're playing bass tonight with an original. Sometimes that's useful. Like I went through like over the break, you know, the pandemic. Like that was one thing that I ended up doing was making a big crazy book with all my originals in it. It had like all the lyrics I've never used and like all the charts that I knew kind of how they were going to go with chords over the top, so I went to hand and stuff like that. So, you know, I scanned them in my computer and they're probably on Pinterest at this point. So you can go Munson songs and you know, go play, you know what I'm saying? But that way, if you're in a band situation, because a lot of times, you know, it's a CD. You get handed a CD and go, hey, we're playing a gig on Friday. Play this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes it's nice to have a chart to just follow.
Really nice to have a chart.
Right. Because if you play something, if you follow a chart, you may play it more correctly the first time than trying to figure out. And because sometimes if you hit something wrong the first time, you have to like convince yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just really easy to you know, it's harder to. I don't know, just anything to facilitate playing it right the first time. Is what I'm saying.
Hardly correct.
It's a lot easier to yeah, absolutely.
I can testify to that for Pink Floyd.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's good. But Talia, do you have some feedback for Mark on his performance of what's the name of the song again?
The Need.
The Need. So feedback on The Need.
My horrible freaking names.
I love it.
I think, honestly, I think anything that has like separate like strumming like that it just is interesting to me. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think without knowing that you had something going on with your voice, I just feel like I didn't really hear you pronounce the words, and it kind of was like, and I was like, I had to look at your mouth to read the subtitles, you know?
That's a good thing to think about. It's just like the more you can be more direct about, and that's where, like in chorus class, like that you really get really big into that. You know, like making your T sound, you know what? Exactly. The need. You know, you try and bring out, you know, that last consonant sound to really make it project better. That's a good comment to be aware of. Although sometimes I like, you know what I mean? It's like,
Well, like Jimmy or Robert Plant would do.
yeah.
I mean, he makes up words. So,
Oh, yeah.
so you can put your own words in it, and it works for you.
Or well, that's true too. And I don't want to distract. You know, from an artistic like Dylan.
Yeah.
Who knows? You need Tom Petty as an interpreter.
Yeah.
But now that's a good point. Like if you really want the need, and if you get like some hard consonants at the end of some of the phrases, that might be kind of cool. Oh, it's a cool idea to play around. Yeah, cool. That's good commentary.
Thank you.
Kevin, do you have something to add?
I think my favorite part was the vocal melody. I really like the melody of the vocals and the lyrics. I feel like now I've been getting more paying attention to how the.
I feel like my student's hanging out the door. Eric's over there, so I need to like let him know he's cool. Eric! Eric, we're just finishing up a Masterclass. If you can come in and hang out, man, you don't have to hang out here. Come on in. We'll get started later with this second, man. I'm sorry. No, come on in, man.
Come on in.
Come on in. All right, everybody say, hey, Eric.
Hey, Eric.
All right, awesome. All right, cool, awesome. So, yeah, man, come on in and grab a seat, man. We're just going to take like another minute for this, and then and then we'll get started playing. So we were just listening to some music, giving some feedback on stuff. But cool.
And like Talia said, or I really love when you hear someone strumming and they're also plucking individual notes at the same time. It really sounds nice, or it almost sounds like they're two people playing at once. Really like that. I think really the only criticism I have is, well, you said you had the throat thing, so sometimes it would feel like you're projecting certain words, so I almost feel like it drop out a little bit. But other than that, I thought that was really solid.
Aisha, do you have something to add from that?
Come on, it's my attire. I know.
You looks like he should be playing the music Bonnie was playing. Right? It's the shirt.
Hey, it's a Margaritaville shirt.
I was gonna say Jimmy Buffett. Yeah.
Very Jimmy.
That's what I was gonna say.
So,
When I was like listening, I couldn't tell if it was intentional or not, but like the pauses kind of seemed a little not consistent, like inconsistent. Is inconsistent? Yeah. It was like, I don't know, you stopped to like, and then the other times it was just flowed into, like the other was just really abrupt, and then like, then you could, but I mean that's good, because like, also that was a good thing, like when you messed up, you still continued, because like some people really just
I noticed, I actually liked the rubato that you were doing, like at the beginning, where you did slow up and speed up. I feel like you're doing a good job playing with that. I think I think what you're mentioning is like more consistency with
not
it.
with that part. It was like
Like
when
in the
it
middle.
started slowing down, then he would go dun, and then he went back into it, and then he went dun, and then he went like, and then he flowed into it. Like,
Yeah. See, that's the kind of thing like having a chart where you want that's where I want the hard stop. Ah, gabba dabba dabba, and then that could be really useful. Yeah, that's good. That's good feedback. Yeah. But Dahal, do you have something to?
Come on, turn it.
There was
Yeah,
some
I'm
percussive.
sorry, you missed the performance. I
There
just
was-
dragged you in here.
There was some percussive sounds every now and then, and I wish you would have brought them more out. And I'm not sure if you were intending on doing that. See, I play guitar, but I'm really I'm first and will always be a percussionist. So right, so percussive
What I love
sound,
about your guitar playing, actually.
go on and project that. That's what I would have done.
Push it up a little
Yeah,
bit more.
just don't be afraid of it. Yeah, and those don't have to be all the time. Maybe specific sections, or but it sounded amazing when that came out. Like, that's cool. Sounds like someone mentioned two people. Maybe you and a drummer, but it's just you.
Well,
Really, that's it. Yeah, that sounds fun to me.
It makes me wonder, like, whether, and I guess this goes for like both performances. Mine too, also as well, is just making yourself record it so that you can hear these kind of things, like so you can give yourself your own feedback. So yeah, a recording of it. You can play around with the, you know what I mean, and that's so easy now, right? Because you just grab your phone and go record, and then you've got something.
And honestly, that's how it's gotten to this point, is the revise and the listen to it, and you play it, and, okay, well, no, that's gotta go.
I literally have songs that we've worked on that like literally lived for like 20 years before that with other, like, I've had the same song go through like 4 or 5 different incarnations with different groups and different people, and so like, I love this song. What does it sound like when I play with you? What does it sound like when I play with you? What does it
Different
sound
versions.
like? Absolutely. And so like, there are songs that I've written that I just really appreciate the input that you get from playing with other people, because it makes a big difference. And so like having that as a recording resource.
I think one of the biggest things
Sound like I know what I'm talking about.
one of the biggest things I've learned in this last year or so, playing all these songs, is learning just to relax and let the music do what it's going to do.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, because
It does.
I've watched videos of me up here when I'm first trying, okay, and just trying.
No, I completely agree with you. I think a lot of music is just sharing the experience, and even if you're just playing solo, you're still sharing with an audience. And so like the energy in a room is going to be different, even if you just have one other person in the room somehow. One stranger, or like in this particular setting, it's like that we're playing with a whole bunch of people that we know a lot about music.
Yeah.
That's a different gig,
body just there.
Yeah, like if you're playing like a party and everybody's like talking amongst themselves at a restaurant, like nobody's listening to you, nobody
No,
cares.
right.
It's a different game.
No.
Yeah, right. So, but yeah, that's good to be aware of too. Absolutely. And then Malcolm, do you have some feedback from Mark?
I thought the intro, like how you brought in the song with the chords, honestly, and I don't think anyone mentioned this, but I honestly thought it was really nice. I just felt it added a good like dynamic to like bring the vocals in, because I noticed like you had like a couple of measures of chords like before you started singing. And I personally really like songs like that because I feel like it brings like anticipation to like when you're waiting for like to the vocals to come in. So I like that, and I really like the arpeggios you were doing to bring the song in. I know that you mentioned like your voice being a little off, and there were a couple of moments in the performance where I noticed that you were like, you would kind of like accent like certain like you would sing sometimes like a little louder, and I kind of wanted like more of that, because I feel like sometimes to like kind of like just put a like just a bigger like note on the parts of the song that you want to stand out more. Like sometimes it's like, you know, you pull back a little, like you play or you sing but like a little bit quieter, and then like you sing louder like on the parts that you really want to just like highlight. And I felt like maybe like once or twice I heard you do it, and when you did, I felt like it was really good. And I know you said your vocals weren't, like you thought your vocals weren't there, but I thought it was really good. I just thought like the volume of the whole thing could have been a little louder, but I know you said you probably weren't you weren't like confident. But I think a lot of the time when like people, like when you're singing or playing like quietly, sometimes something that translates into like people can kind of see that you're not confident. Like if you're like quiet and you're not like singing, projecting properly, then sometimes that can like bleed into the performance. And I think it's really like the only criticism I have. Since you were like, sometimes you would play really quietly, or I couldn't really understand what you were saying because you weren't like singing really loud. But as well as like the tone, if I'm just talking about like the tone of how you were singing and like the chords and everything and the structure, I thought it was really good. And I mean, I've known you for years, so I've seen you play a lot of open mics. So I mean, I still honestly think that was like one of my favorite performances that I've seen from you. Like, I'm not trying to say this like, you know, just like as a criticism, just like if I was just trying to look at it at what I could improve upon. But I thought that was like really good, like overall. And I thought your voice was good. I just think everything just needs to be a little louder. And because I really wanted to hear what you were saying. It was hard for me to latch on because it was difficult for me to just like understand the words all the way through. But I thought it was great. I just think if it's a little louder and you project yourself a little bit more, and like, you know, you're standing up, and I think it'd be great.
Yeah, and the hard consonants can help with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I actually liked it when you would bring it down. But I think when Malcolm said,
Yeah.
it's just trying to make it so that you can
you
still
can-
understand what you're
Yeah.
saying, even when you bring it down. Because I thought you were very attentive to the dynamics. And sometimes when you bring it down, it makes people listen more.
That's true, yeah.
You know, so that can draw an audience in, but it's, you know, you still want, that makes a lot of sense, like just the But, man, me and Eric got to play some music. We will do this next week on Wednesday, and I know the week after I can't, but definitely next Wednesday. Any questions about Masterclass? Thank y'all for coming and supporting this. I thought this was a really useful thing to do. Okay, all right, thank you. All right, cool. Awesome. Yeah, that's good. Thank y'all for coming. I appreciate it. And I think all of y'all had a really good set of critical ears tonight and gave you a lot of good feedback. So think about something you might want to do in this kind of setting to help hone your performance. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, all right, cool. Eric, you ready to play, man? I know you've been waiting. Eric's like, I'm ready. We got to play some stuff.
And thanks for hosting.
Man, thanks for coming, man. No problem. It's good to see you, man. You had some great feedback there, too. That was awesome. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Tom. Man, it's very good to see you. Very good to see you. Very good to see you. Thanks for coming. Thank you for coming. I love you guys. All right, cool. All right, Mark, it's good to see you, man.
Hey, thanks for
coming.
coming. I appreciate it.